Gonna get in there. Can we?
This time on the VR Guinea Pig.
Oh, wow. Hello. And the finale? No. And the finale? I saved you. And you. And you. And you. What's up, Rifters? Flake here. Today we're checking out VR Lemmings by StudioVR. Now, for any of you who remember the old school series Lemmings, where we were to save these little green buggers from their own suicidal tendencies, hopefully it's similar, or there's a bit of a throwback there, and we're using the Razer Hydra, which is cool. Now, this game was one of the entrants to the Global Game Jam 2014. It was done in a 48-hour period, which is always really impressive, so pretty cool to see what somebody can do in 2 days. So let's check it out, VR Lemmings. All right, here we are, VR Lemmings. So we're watching these little lemmings plunge to their death unless we act to save them. And how do we do that? Well, with our right Hydra, we point them at the object we'd like to pick up, and we'll hear a drum roll if we've got it. And drop it into place. You know you've hit the right spot when you hear that hi-hat. Boom. So we're saving these little guys. And we can really, positional tracking really makes a huge difference, as you can see. There's, in one way you're just looking at this diorama, but with positional tracking it actually lets you get inside the diorama. So, of course, in Developer Kit 1 we did not have positional tracking, and we're able to actually fake it using the Razer Hydra up here. This is really going to show how compelling it is. We know that it's going to be coming, and we did see it in the Crystal Cove version. So just to show and to illustrate a little bit how much more immersive that experience is, normally we would just be staring at this diorama and using, let's say, our right Hydra to manipulate it into in that world. For us now, with positional tracking, we can really get down there and watch these guys, fall to their death. But it's so much more compelling seeing how you can really just get over top of them, really, become, a part of the universe that you're watching. Look to the side here, under the table, around the corner. That's pretty cool. All right, let's act quickly. Can't lose any of these precious green lives. Bam! And the finale? No. And the finale? Okay. And the finale! Yes, thank you. I saved you. And you. And you. And you. And you. Come on. Go ahead. Be saved. Ooh, a lot more intricate here. Bam! And this time we don't have a ramp, we have some sort of concrete block. And I've saved this green mass. Now, what's so awesome about positional tracking is, in one sense, you're just reaching out and you're manipulating something within this diorama. But you can get right in there and really interact. And what else is really cool is you can see them coming from the diorama. They're leaving behind some sort of a tube. And they're actually coming out, and they've come back into full size into real life. And I guess you just watch them return to their goodness. For some reason I'm not saving them. Oh! There's another board! Oh, that's really cool. So not only are you interacting here in this diorama space, and then with positional tracking can you really get in there, but now they're actually coming back into your virtual space, interacting with you here, and hitting you, and bouncing into the next little tunnel there. That is really cool, super unique. And I guess that's the end of the demo. Wow, that was very short, but very, very sweet. Wow, that was very cool. Super unique. Whew. All right, so that was VR Lemmings. Very cool. I had a lot of fun playing that. The positional tracking aspect was so cool, how you could really get right in there into that diorama and check them out. What a trip when they actually were coming around the other side, and I had no idea that I was still to interact with them. I figure you interact within the diorama, and whatever happens outside is separate. But they were able to kind of bridge the two and make it so that you interacted in the diorama land, but also in your own virtual space. So that was a really cool touch, and you still were able to move boards and help the Lemmings from their own tendencies. You know, only one real criticism that I had was the movement on the right Hydra, or the right stick. It was more like driving a car. You would have to, if you wanted to kind of go left, you would almost have to back up to the right and move forward, if that makes sense. It moved like a car. So that's really my only criticism, was just the movement was a little funky, and you know, it's an early build, so or rather just a 48-hour put together. So I was so impressed with that. Developers, if you're out there, I urge you to continue working with this thing. I think you really have something, and I mean, suggestions, for what they're worth. Would be very cool to see more complex dioramas, more interaction, and different types of interaction with the Lemmings themselves and the environment. Maybe the ability to actually take the diorama itself and physically spin it and move it. Maybe those pipes on the side to interact with those and be able to move them so they go into different places. Yeah, I mean, I remember in the original series, the ability to, or the way that the Lemmings had different sort of different abilities between themselves, or different classes, so to speak. So it'd be cool to see that, but really very cool. You guys are definitely onto something. So I applaud StudioVR for their effort here. Very cool. So you may not realize it, but all your likes, subscriptions, comments, suggestions, all the interaction really goes a long way, and it really encourages us to keep reviewing more content and keep putting out more content. So thanks so much for all your support, and of course, if you haven't yet done it, hit that subscription button, and we'll see you soon. So even if you want to go tell me to fuck myself, just let me know.
Virtual Reality Guinea Pig.